Unreal.
Yeah.
Always fun to beat the Cats, so that was just a lot of fun out there, honestly.
This is your first really high leverage innings of the year. Were you? Was it the plan? Did Willie tell you before the game you might go in a big spot, or did this kind of materialize midway through the game?
I knew I was going to be throwing most likely, but didn't know the situation. Just kind of lined up that way.
Was it tough facing the pressure spot, or you just kind of one mindset the whole time?
Tried to stay consistent with what I've always done and just attack the zone and let my stuff work.
So far, is this your guys' favorite win of the season?
Yeah. Oh,
Definitely.
It looked like you had the curveball working today. What was just kind of working for you, both your fastball and curve?
It's been feeling really good lately. Just tried to go out there and find a good feel for it in the bullpen and bring it into the game and just attack the zone with it. So, yeah.
How much of a help is that defense too?
Yeah.
The way that's you don't have to necessarily get the strikeout, or you can just kind of pitch the contact and have those guys backing you up. Looked like a couple times you were deflected off the pitcher, and then Champagne was right there to make the play.
Yeah, it was huge. I mean, we try and fill up the zone and get guys to make contact early, and when they're back there just locking it down, it definitely helps a lot for confidence and just keeping the game going on defense. Get back in and hit.
Will, how were you able to work around a few walks tonight? Obviously, Arizona's offense pretty high powered. They showed that for the first 4 innings or so. But even that didn't really hurt you tonight.
I think the biggest thing was just slowing myself down. I was getting too fast, kind of going too quick, trying to, force things I shouldn't have been forced. So I just happy that I, took a step back, was able to slow myself down and give us a chance to win the game. Obviously didn't have my best stuff tonight. Probably, struggled the most I have this season with, command and just trying to get outs. But the guys behind me did an incredible job, all game. And, having the guys behind me in the pen too, knowing how good those guys are, like Piv, it just makes your job that much easier. But yeah, just slowing myself down was the biggest thing. And I was able to do that, after that first inning and kind of settle in a little bit.
Luckily mentioned on Friday that throwing to Campos is like, you forget he's a freshman because he's so poised back there. And what he's done the last couple weeks at the plate has been really impressive, but just as pitchers for you two. How has it been thrown to him, and what kind of command does he have behind the plate?
I think he just, he plays like a senior. He has a good relationship with each and every one of us as pitchers, and he does a great job of learning who we are and what, how we play and what, calms us down, what gets us going. I know he just has a really good feel for the game. I don't know what you say, Piv, but for me, he just has good feel for the game. He's able to kind of keep you in it, and that's the best thing about Campy.
I've thrown in twice so far this season, but just definitely adds a lot of comfort when you're out there on the mound, just knowing that he's doing everything he can to get us strikes and make us look good sometimes.
Yep.
Big win for you guys. What do you guys think in terms of just how the season's gone so far? How are you feeling about it?
I just say this gives us, this was a big one, and it, gives us a little momentum to keep rolling. We're starting to play better as a team, and everyone's starting to kind of come together. It's been really cool. So I think this is, going to transition pretty well, hopefully, into the weekend.
I think especially some of the struggles early on in the season has kind of motivated us to come together as a team and get better as a whole as we move forward.
What do you think's kind of allowed you guys to get better as a whole? Anything specifically that you think you guys have improved on?
I mean, for my opinion, I think just playing as a team, moving runners, big AB here, shut down inning there, that's the key, and I think we're starting to get better at that.
Well, how big has it been to have some really big contributions from freshmen? Again tonight, I think 5 of your guys' 9 guys came from freshmen.
Yeah.
How big has that been just for the rapport of the team to see those guys stepping up?
Yeah, it's awesome. They're bringing it every day, just like everyone else. You forget that they're freshmen sometimes, Watching them out there, they're starting to get comfortable, which is awesome. I know how hard that is, being here for 4 years. My first year definitely wasn't as comfortable as those guys. It's really cool to watch. I mean, they're amazing baseball players, and I think they're only going to get better, and it's just really fun to watch.
You get these guys again in a couple weeks down in Tucson. A lot of talk going into this game was about how much heralded they are, at least in national rankings, and you guys, do you feel like you sent them a message tonight?
Definitely. I mean, I think that everyone in this locker room knows, how good we are, and we believe in each and every one of the guys on the team, and just to be able to go out and show it to them feels really good.
Boyd's first start in almost a month, just from recovering. What have you guys seen just from behind the scenes, how he's been able to try and bounce back and just kind of get himself back into game shape?
I mean, guys just been working his butt off. No one works harder than Boyd. He's doing everything he can to be out there and help the team win, just like everybody else. So it's been really cool. It was really nice to see him out there. And sometimes it gets me choked up just watching him, because I've seen, I've been with him for the last 3 years now. Watch how hard he works and how much he cares about each and every one of us, and especially the pitching staff. He just wants to win, and it's cool to watch that all the work he puts in is finally starting to pay off.
What do you think, Mike?
I mean, it's definitely motivated me personally. I haven't known him as long as Will. They're pretty close, but just seeing him every day, putting in the time to get back out there on the mound, it definitely motivates me to make sure I'm taking care of my body and don't get lazy on all that.
Did you guys learn anything in particular from watching the start of that game in Arizona, really knocking him around a little bit?
No. I mean, it's baseball. You play 9 innings, so the first 2, you still got a chance to win the game. I mean, what Boyd is doing is probably one of the hardest things in the game, stepping away for a really long time and coming back. And just the perseverance to even be out there is unbelievable. So in my book, that's kind of a win, for us, just watching him just go through all that last year and it kind of beginning of this year, and just watching him persevere through everything. I just think it's awesome that he's even out there. So.
Yeah, with the way the wind was kind of gusting out straight away the whole night, I mean, were you pitching for ground balls? Does that change the way you approach at bats at all, or is it kind of the same mentality no matter the conditions?
I mean, you try and keep the same mentality, I'd say. Might be a little bit more of that on the mound than at the plate, because at the plate you don't want to try and start lifting balls and get away from what we're trying to do. But try and keep the same mindset throughout, no matter the conditions.
Very well said.
How did your channel tonight's going into this upcoming travel?
Just got to take the momentum and keep practicing hard. We've had a really good week of practice up to this point, even last week, and I think if we just keep that, keep our head down, keep going, just keep playing our game, I think we're going to be all right.
Talked a little bit about kind of a tough stretch. How do you guys think Luke Lundquist has coached you guys through that, and your thoughts on how he's done?
I'd say that he's never stopped believing in us and keeps telling us that we're a really good team, and we just got to keep trusting that and start following the approach and put ourselves in good situations to win.
Yeah.